What's the absolute cheapest and healthiest meal you can make? I'm not talking about just cheap or just healthy. I mean the perfect combination of both. A meal that costs pennies, fills you up, and packs a serious nutritional punch. I spent weeks researching, crunching numbers, and experimenting in my kitchen to find the answer. And today, I'm going to share it with you. This isn't just a recipe. It's a blueprint for eating well on a tight budget. And trust me, the answer is probably sitting in your pantry right now. Before we reveal the champion, let's set some ground rules. What makes a meal truly cheap and healthy? For cheap, we're talking about ingredients that are universally affordable and have a long shelf life. So you're not wasting money on spoiled food. Think pantry staples. For healthy, we need a good balance of macronutrients, protein, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Plus, we need micronutrients, essential vitamins, and minerals. The meal should be high in fiber to keep you full and support gut health, and low in processed sugars and unhealthy fats. It has to be something that can genuinely sustain you. So, instant noodles, while cheap, are out. A simple salad, while healthy, might not be cheap or filling enough. We're looking for the total package. I explored so many options. Oats are a strong contender for breakfast, cheap, full of soluble fiber. But as a complete meal for lunch or dinner, they can feel a bit lacking in the protein department, unless you start adding more expensive ingredients. Eggs are fantastic, a powerhouse of nutrition, but their price can fluctuate a lot depending on where you live. What about the classic rice and beans? We're getting really warm now. This combination is famous for a reason. It forms a complete protein. It's incredibly cheap, and it's a staple for billions of people worldwide. But can we do even better? Can we elevate it from just good to the absolute best? I believe we can. And the winner, the undisputed champion of cheap and healthy meals, is lentil and vegetable soup, or a thick lentil stew, often called dal. Hear me out. Let's break down why this simple dish is a nutritional and financial masterpiece. First, let's talk cost. A 1-pound bag of dry lentils costs, on average, just a couple of dollars. That single bag can form the base for at least 8 to 10 hearty meals. That's around 20 cents per serving for your main ingredient. Compare that to almost any other protein source. You simply can't beat it. Lentils are shelf-stable for years, so you can buy them in bulk when they're on sale and never worry about waste. Next, the nutritional profile. Lentils are a powerhouse. 1 cup of cooked lentils gives you about 18 grams of protein and a whopping 16 grams of fiber. That's more than half your daily fiber needs. This high fiber and protein content is the secret to why lentil soup is so incredibly filling. It keeps you satisfied for hours, preventing you from reaching for unhealthy snacks. Unlike simple carbs that cause a quick energy spike and crash, the complex carbs in lentils provide slow, sustained energy. They're also loaded with essential minerals like iron, folate, and manganese, which are crucial for energy production and overall health. But a meal isn't just lentils. This is where the magic of soup or stew comes in. It's a perfect vehicle for using up any and all vegetables you have on hand. A couple of carrots, an onion, a few stalks of celery. These form a classic cheap base. Got a wilting spinach in the fridge? Throw it in. A single potato, cube it and add it. Zucchini, bell peppers, tomatoes, anything goes. This flexibility means you can buy whatever vegetables are in season and on sale, minimizing food waste and maximizing your savings. Each vegetable you add brings its own unique set of vitamins and antioxidants, making your meal even healthier. Now, let's build the ultimate cheap and healthy lentil soup together. It's incredibly simple. You start by sauteing some basic aromatic vegetables. A chopped onion is perfect. If you have garlic, even better. A little bit of oil is all you need. Once the onion is soft, you can add other hearty vegetables, like chopped carrots and celery. Cook them for a few minutes. Next, rinse your lentils. I prefer using brown or green lentils for soup because they hold their shape well. But red lentils are also fantastic. They cook down faster and create a creamier texture. Add the lentils to the pot and then cover everything with a generous amount of water, or, if you have it, vegetable broth. Broth adds more flavor, but water is perfectly fine and, of course, free. Now for the flavor. This is where you can get creative without spending a lot of money. A bay leaf, a teaspoon of cumin, a little smoked paprika, or some dried oregano can transform your soup. These spices are a great investment because a small jar lasts 4 months and can flavor dozens of meals. Let everything simmer. Brown or green lentils will take about 25 to 30 minutes to become tender. Red lentils cook much faster, usually in about 15 to 20 minutes. During the last 5 minutes of cooking, you can stir in any leafy greens like spinach or kale until they wilt. Don't forget to season with salt and pepper to taste nuts. It's a huge, steaming pot of delicious, nutritious soup for just a few dollars. One pot can provide lunches or dinners for several days. It stores beautifully in the fridge and tastes even better the next day as the flavors meld together. You can also freeze it in individual portions for super quick future meals. Let's think about variations. This basic recipe is just a starting point. To boost the healthy fats, you can add a swirl of olive oil or a few slices of avocado on top when serving. A squeeze of lemon or lime juice at the end brightens up all the flavors beautifully. Want to make it spicy? Add a pinch of red pepper flakes. Want to make it creamier without dairy? Blend a cup of the soup and stir it back into the pot, or use red lentils which naturally break down. The possibilities are endless, all while sticking to our core principles of being cheap and healthy. When you compare this to other meals, lentil soup stands in a league of its own. A fast food value meal might cost you $5 to $10, but it's loaded with sodium, unhealthy fats, and will leave you feeling hungry again in an hour. A healthy pre-made salad from the grocery store can be just as expensive and often is, and very filling. This lentil soup, however, costs less than $1 per serving, is packed with real whole food ingredients, and keeps you full, energized, and nourished. Embracing a meal like this isn't about deprivation, it's about being smart. It's about taking control of your health and your finances. It proves that you don't need expensive superfoods or complicated recipes to eat well. Sometimes, the most humble ingredients are the most powerful. So I challenge you to try it. The next time you're at the grocery store, pick up a bag of lentils and a few basic vegetables. Make a big pot of this soup. Eat it for a few meals. See how you feel. See how much money you save. It might just change the way you think about food. Teas. More than just the cheapest, healthiest meal, it's a simple, delicious, and empowering way to live. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gives you a powerful new tool for your kitchen. If you try making the lentil soup, let me know how it goes in the comments below. And for more tips on eating well without breaking the bank, make sure to subscribe. See you next time.